I hope this is working. Oh, here we go. Now I'm live. So, I've been kind of MIA for a bit. I did like one stream and I ended up realizing I had a couple things I needed to get done. The following Tuesdays, I didn't realize I had various doctor's appointments at the time that I was supposed to be streaming. I did not take that into account. And one of the Tuesdays was my birthday. So I spent that with my husband. So right now, it's going to be a very informal stream. Normally what I would do is try and kind of go through a coping mechanism, an art-based coping mechanism that I would try and use for mental health. But right now I'm just gonna paint this little doodad, this little painting right here. So I actually, I made this into a digital painting, a digital drawing. And I can show you what that looks like. But I made it into a digital drawing, and it's become one of my favorite things that I've made. And this is what it looks like from Procreate. I'm pretty excited about that. But I decided I wanted to paint the sketch that I used to make it on Procreate. And I guess I kind of wanted to go a little bit over what I plan on doing. I'm hoping that I'll get to change my work schedule to be weekends off, or Fridays and Saturdays off. Because my husband's going to be changing his days off. Most likely it'll be weekends, but we're not entirely sure yet. So I will likely be streaming, if that works out, on Saturdays. Probably in the evening, since I figured that's when everyone's getting into bed and getting all nice and cozy, ready for a relaxing weekend. Or maybe Friday nights. One of those. I think Friday nights might be actually really nice because that's, of course, when everyone's getting ready for their weekend and wanting something to relax too. And I'll try and do some art projects with y'all on coping mechanisms. The last one I did was monsters. I made a monster. I had one very wonderful viewer that I was really glad to see interact, and they're actually very helpful. They even helped me see some of my own methods in a different way, and I thought that was very cool. So I've been getting more into digital art lately, into Procreate, and I kind of decided that I wanted to go into more illustration art, illustration and freelance work. I would love it if anyone had any writing material, or if they just had an idea for something that they wanted to to have me create or work with. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I used to actually illustrate song lyrics when I was in high school. That was my first run-in with falling in love with art. It was the beginning of when I started feeling depressed, and started self-harming. And so to kind of try and avoid that, I would put on my saddest music and just kind of illustrate what the lyrics were saying. And most of the time, my top 3 bands that I would do that with was Linkin Park, The Rasmus, and Skillet. Those are my 3 go-to bands to be sad to. I'm not even sure that a lot of people that I've ever met know the band The Rasmus. But I still love them. I haven't heard any of their new stuff lately. I just kind of stick to what I listened to in high school. But honestly, I love them. Still do. And the one song I remember really making my favorite illustration to was called 10 Black Roses. And there's a line that says, "Life is like a boat in a bottle. You're surrounded, drifting alone. When your life's a boat in a bottle." No, wait. Life is like a boat in a bottle. Try to breathe, you can't with nowhere. When your life's a boat in a bottle. You're surrounded, but nobody cares. Something like that. And I made a glass bottle with a boat in it. And but I made it very sad. Can't remember the specifics. But I had fun, bringing life to words with images. That's one of my favorite things to do. And I want to get back to that. So I plan on probably looking through some poetry and some song lyrics to see what kind of images come to mind that I can work with. So if any of you out there actually have any works of writing that you want me to illustrate. Oh, hi, Mystical. I'm glad to see you. How are you doing? So, if any of you have some... Sorry, I'm not used to painting and talking at the same time, but I thought I'd give it a go. But if any of you have any works of writing that I can illustrate, I start at $5 per character that you want in an illustration. I'm glad you caught me too. Thank you for coming on and seeing me. So I start at $5 an illustration per character. So it's basically based on how many characters or individuals you have in a piece. The setting itself, it can be complicated, it can be not so complicated. That doesn't matter so much as how many people you want, or people and animals, by the way, how many figures you want in a drawing. Just zipping myself. It wasn't very good looking at the end, but you helped me remember that that is exactly right, and that's what I'm here for. So I was saying earlier, Moonfae, in the future, I'm actually going to be doing some walkthroughs of art projects that I think will help for coping skills. Today it's just kind of a random stream. I wasn't planning on streaming, but I decided to do it. I'm probably going to start streaming on Saturdays or Fridays once my schedule changes, but I was just kind of in the mood to paint and stream today. But one thing I want to do, I think the next thing I want to do when I stream and actually do an art project is making an OC. So if you see oh, thank you. I'm proud of it. Look, I actually made it into a digital drawing too. I showed it a little bit earlier, but see, I wish I knew how to like just show stuff all like just like here, but here I have to show you on my iPad because I don't know how else to do it. That's the digital drawing that I made of it. Now I'm just painting it. Yeah, the next time I want to do OC, so like I have a Millbug OC, and I use her to work through some of my own sad. Sometimes I'll draw her sad if I'm feeling sad with whatever I'm going through. When I was in the hospital, I drew her in different ways that I felt, and it really helped, honestly. It made me just, I don't know, something about it, just having her there with me. She's like my best friend. She's me. She's my alter ego. So I'm going to do that. And what I also like to do with my Millbug character is have her interact with some of my favorite actual characters. So my favorite like comfort character is Luz Noceda from the Owl House. Because she's super kind and sweet, and she's very silly. So I made a drawing of Luz comforting Millbug, and I think that's kind of cool. A cool way to like gain comfort from people that you genuinely, even if they're not real, they can feel real, especially if you're interacting as your little OC. And I'll just kind of break it down into steps on how to make poses easier for you to follow, and maybe picking out some character traits, some visual character traits based on how you want them to look, or how you feel you look, or how you feel you want to look. So right now, so this, I've never done this, layering of colors, in painting at least. I found this in a tutorial. It was mostly for digital painting, but normally I just paint it all one color and then like do shadows. But on the tutorial, it said that the blood mostly accumulates here. That's where you have like your blushy cheeks. Up here, there's less blood going on, so it's more of a yellow hue. And down here is kind of where the colors get colder, because they're more towards your neck. It's less blood flow, and it's more shadows. So I actually liked how it came out with acrylic painting. So I'm pretty proud of that. Thanks. I think so too. I think it's going to be something that I experiment with more. Let's see, what colors do I want to do with this? Oh, I'm out of black cherry. Let's see if I can mix a neat color. Oh wait, I do have black cherry. So I'm going to make the dress this black cherry color. I'm super excited for that. I rarely get to have opportunities to use that color. But yeah, I've been getting into digital art more because I used to actually have this dream. The reason why I got an iPad was because I wanted to do digital illustration. I wanted to make comics. and I wanted to animate, and I really wanted to get into illustrating poems and stories and song lyrics, and I wanted to turn them into books. And I was super excited when my family gave me my iPad. And then when I opened up the Procreate app, I got so intimidated because I had never had to do digital art before. I always did it by hand. I felt more controlled with a paintbrush or like paper. So I was terrified. So like I only just recently started actually getting into doing more digital art. I did like a couple pieces in the beginning, and then I was like wetting my feet, and I was like, no, too scary, right? You're trying something new. It's like I wanted to do it. I was so gung-ho for it, and now that I had the opportunity, it was scary. Oh, did you? What was what was your moment that you just, or if you had a moment that you decided you're just gonna go for it as far as drawing digitally? It really is. It's a completely different medium. The screen feels completely different, and like I got the paper like screen protector, and at first I was like, oh yeah, no, this feels different, but honestly it doesn't feel that different. I've just been having to get used to the feel of it. I will tell you though, I do not draw directly onto the iPad. I only color on my iPad. So this is the image I took a picture of and uploaded onto Procreate and then colored it. It's just really drawn. I thought, why not learn both at the same time? Ooh, that I think is a really good way to go, actually, because then you're just like, you're not getting too used to one way. But no, it's still a very scary process to have to teach yourself something new, and that's something that I struggle with. It's like I want to be good at it as soon as I try it. I think most people do. Very few, I think, are people who are like ready to be bad at something and just be like, okay, I'm just gonna go and see what happens. No, I'm like, I can't. If I'm not good at it the first time, I get really bummed, and I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. I hate it. Which is why it took me so long to get back into digital art. And I was just like, you know what? I have an iPad. I gotta do this. And that's absolutely fair. Like, I'll give up on... I have sketchbooks that have abandoned drawings and abandoned paintings. And sometimes I can hyper focus on it, and sometimes I'm just like, nah, I'm bored of this already. I don't want to do this anymore. It's not looking the way I want it to look. It's not. I'm so glad you're getting more adventurous. What kind of stuff have you been drawing lately? What has been your favorite go-to? I still need to practice more on backgrounds. So see, this is it's just a green background. I'm too scared. I recently had to do a couple backgrounds for a couple different commissions, and that was very scary. But I did it, and I was so proud of myself because they actually came out pretty good. But normally I'm like, I just draw the character and then color the background one color, maybe do some swirls. This is on canvas, is like just going for it, not caring. That's perfect. That's actually something that I plan on doing as another as another, what do you call it, project that I want to do here for healing art. I learned about it, meditative painting. Aw, thanks. I kind of like the how it gets darker. But it's called meditative painting. And you basically just go at it. You take a piece of paper or a canvas or whatever, and you just feel what you're feeling. You use different tools. It does. I used this round brush. I love the blending round brushes to do stuff like that. It usually gives that effect. That's one of my favorite brushes to use. So yeah, meditative painting is something we're gonna go over. I have a couple paintings that I've done that way in a grimoire that I have. In my, I kind of tried witchcraft. I'm still, I still feel very, I guess, new. I'm very new to witchcraft, but my husband gifted me this beautiful grimoire, so I've been writing in it, and quite a few of the pages are just meditative paintings. Yeah, I'll show you, and you can use different tools. So you can you go based off of like what you feel your feelings look like. What are you feeling? Are you feeling like angry? What color is your anger? Your anger may not necessarily be red. We're taught that anger is red, but it might not be. Oh, I would absolutely love that. Because I'm so new to it, and I get scared that maybe I'm doing stuff wrong, and then I join Facebook groups, and there's so many snooty people in the witchcraft Facebook groups. Oh, I love circus theme too. Yes. I still have to go back to the tarot. Check out the box I have it in. This one? I was gonna laminate it. But I got these little sleeves instead. But I'm not sure how I feel about them because they don't keep them tight. But yeah, no, the witches in the groups, they all have their one way how to do something, and everyone else has their one way how to do something, and like they all just, everything conflicts, but theirs is the right way. Yeah, and I'm scared because like I haven't, I feel like, and I wonder, like the more you like heavily believe in your craft, I feel like is what probably fuels your magic spells working, is what I imagine. But I have such a hard time just letting go and like being like, oh yeah, no, this is with conviction. I believe 100%. I don't know that I believe in anything 100% anymore. And I feel like if I did, maybe that would be more effective. And I have had some of my spells I feel like work. So when that happens, I'm like, oh no, yeah, no, this is the stuff. This is real. So I'll try it again, and it may not work the same way again. And I'm like, wait, so is it real? And I so much self-doubt. It's mostly self-doubt. And then I feel silly, I guess, because I don't know what I'm doing. I like working with herbs, and mostly I do sigils. Sigil work is my favorite. I do have a spell book just for sigils. My one grimoire that my husband gave me is like huge, and that one I write more traditional, complex spells. But then one notebook I just have for creating sigils, and that's my favorite. It makes me feel it makes me feel like loose from the owl house. Oh, god damn it. That was me. Remember that I pay attention to it makes real. I like that. That makes sense. So the more energy you put into it, I guess, the more it's more likely to work. But yeah, one time I made a sigil to be. I was working at the Love store at the time, an adult store, and I was getting really good at being. I had to push sales. I had to like actually upsell toys, and I decided I wanted to make a sigil where I was going to be like the star performer for the day. And I also was like, okay, with the sigil, so I carry my sigils around with me. Sometimes in my pocket, sometimes I draw them on something that I keep with me. And on that day, I had it in my pocket tied to a crystal. And I said, today I'm going to get $20 as a tip in my hand from someone. And I'm going to sell the most that I've sold since I've been here. And I did, both. It was so cool. I even almost sold the cowgirl. And the cowgirl is like this, it's a big saddle. If you can imagine, it's basically you ride this saddle and it's got a working dildo on it. And it's a couple $1,000s. I almost sold it, but it's the closest anyone's ever gotten to selling it. And I was proud of that. I was proud of how close I came, and I did end up getting $20 of tip in my hand from a customer because I knew my shit. Yeah, it was pretty neat. I was really proud of it. And so yeah, I was like, so when stuff like that works out, I'm like, yes, this is working. I also got these for my birthday. On my birthday, I bought these this year. They're Malojos, or evil eyes. And the pink one and the blue one both stand for something different. The blue one removes obstacles and protects. And the pink one helps with managing disorders, and anxiety and calm feelings. And as soon as I put them on, I started getting commissions for my art on Facebook Marketplace. And my anxiety has gone down. I still have it sometimes, but it has gone significantly down. Which I absolutely love. It's been feeling better. So when things like that happen, I'm like, it's got to be real. There's got to be some stuff, something to it that is real. So then I kind of start relying it on a little bit more, trusting it a little bit more. I recently made a sigil that was to get my art noticed on social media more, and it did. the very next day after I made the sigil that night, I had so many likes and so many comments on this recent piece that I had created. It was a ballerina doll. I don't know if you've seen it yet. But that one got a lot of traffic just after I created the sigil. Ooh, I like how this is turning out. Let's see. I think I want her. Oh, I forgot her hands. But yeah, so it's been spurring me on to want to pursue art more. Right now I work in a retail store and they don't pay a lot. And the corporation keeps trying to cut corners on where they can spend money, so they're not even giving us water anymore. And the sucky part is out of all the jobs that I've had, it's the one job that I don't get panic attacks at. No clue why. I don't know if it's just because my managers are cool. Like, the managers are great. It's the company that sucks. But what are you gonna do when it's the only place that I don't feel panicky all the time? I'll get frustrated, of course. It's retail. But I feel stuck. I've tried so many different jobs. One year I had 6 jobs. I shit you not. And I just couldn't, they all kept giving me anxiety attacks. So, like, I'm stuck in the one place that treats me like shit, but I don't, it doesn't make me feel anxious. But I still want to I don't think I'll ever stop working there. Like, I would always, to some degree, work at least one day a week there. 1 or 2 days a week. But I would prefer to mostly be doing this all day. Making paintings. Doing digital illustration for other people's work. Writings. For my writings. I'd much rather be doing what I love. Most people would. I mean, who wouldn't? Right? And but I'm not getting a lot of traction on my Etsy. So if you want to check out my Etsy, I would really appreciate that. I'm not going to pressure you or anyone to buy anything, but oops, that's not where I wanted it to go. Well, there it goes. That's going to be the color that happens here, I guess. I was not expecting that. I put it in the wrong spot, but I kind of like it, so it's fine. But I would love to just rely on my Etsy and my art and commissions. But in my Etsy, it's, what's my Etsy? Gifts, like presents, Gifts by Melbug. So if you want to check that out, or if you want to show anyone else, I'd really appreciate it. Right now, there's not a whole lot, because I've been mostly focusing on commissions. At the moment, I've got like a few purses that I've hand painted myself. One of them is themed. Do I use Twitter at all? Yes. My Twitter handle is the same as the Artistic Melbug. It's the same as my Instagram. And so check out both for sure. I post my art on there. I have the most followers there. I don't have a lot of followers there. What I am getting more followers on though is TikTok. So far I've been on there for I think 2 months now, and I've got a little over 200 followers. But I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter. Honestly, I try and post there as much as possible, though still I try and post everywhere that I can. I'm also on DeviantArt, TikTok. What else am I on? Can't remember right now. But yeah, I try and get anywhere. Gosh, I'm losing my train of thought. But yeah, I've got purses. One of the purses is My Chemical Romance themed. That one actually got a lot of attention on Facebook Marketplace. Though no one bought it, people did notice it more. And it's going for like $40 right now. I had started it at much higher, but no one was buying. So now they're all down to... There's also a Melanie Martinez themed backpack that I have on there that's super cute. This is... I meant to get white paint. This is not white paint. This is white paint. I'm running out of white paint too. And I've got a couple pieces that are just my own designs as far as the bags go. I've got brooches, so I'll show you what some of my brooches look like too. So like that, that's being sold on Etsy. And this one. And I'm really proud of those, but no one's buying them. And I also have a listing on Etsy for making custom fandom family portraits, which is just you and your family and whoever you want to be involved with your pets if you have them. In any setting. So like I have a painting of me and my husband with my dog Ambrosius in the labyrinth setting, in the As the World Falls Down portion of the movie. And I'm really proud of it. I like how it came out. I'm not digging how the skeleton is coming out, honestly. But I'm okay with it. Let's see. I keep losing the top to my paintbrush. So I don't take care of my paintbrushes as well as I should. And sometimes their heads just fall off. Ah, here it is. See? The head just falls off. Oh, crap. Well, I can't find that one now, so I'm just gonna have to go with another paintbrush. What do I... Ooh. It's a little better. Trying to do some shadowing on the skeleton. I don't know. Skeleton's bugging me. But I got another paintbrush. Yay. But yeah. So we'll see where all of this goes. The dream is to just to art for most of everything. To be an artist would be so cool. I mean, professionally, full time. I'm gonna try. I've been putting a lot more work into it lately. Like in the past, I would say I want to be an artist, but I would not do art. I'd just be like, I want to be an artist, and then just not do art. But lately, I've just been like, no, I genuinely seeing how much the companies, how much different corporations just screw over their workers. Like I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I don't want to be in this anymore. Not as much as I am right now, at least. You know, I've been told I have talent from people, and I don't always think I do, but I'm trying to believe them. People see something in my art, and maybe I just have to, cultivate it more. Thank you. And I'm trying to trust that. I'm trying to trust the people, trust you and other people who really love it. Still didn't come out too bad. Not too great, but not terrible. Let's see. So this piece, I actually got an inspiration from Pinterest. Yeah, it is. It really is hard to see. I saw on TikTok someone saying that people who look at themselves in the mirror more often than other people do see them. They see their own flaws and imperfections. They're just looking for everything that's wrong because they see themselves all the time. That's all they see anymore is just what's wrong with them. But with a new fresh pair of eyes, other people are like, wow, you're really pretty. Wow, you've got great features. Look at those eyes. Look at that smile. That smile alone. And they don't see what you see, but you don't see what they see either. So I'm trying to trust that what other people see is real. What other people tell me they see is real. And it's difficult to trust that, and especially because I'm like, no, I'm not that good. And I wonder why I can't get things. Oh yeah, no, I absolutely love tiny brushes. I'm still very bad at detail. I will be honest. Like it helps, but I'm not great at like really detailed stuff. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm still liking how it comes out. I kind of try and just like do work with my strengths, which I think is oftentimes just kind of the messy, expressive style that I have, honestly. So there's people I know who are super good at detail work, like very clean detail work. And I get so jealous. But you know what? I'm looking at this painting and how it's like very layered and very I don't know. It's something about it not being as detailed, yet still being very expressive as far as the colors go. I'm liking it. I'm finally appreciating, I think, for the first time, something that I'm doing. But no, for sure. And get some tiny brushes. They're the best. You can get them anywhere. I got this one's on Wish. No, that's not this one. This one I got at the Blake Art Store here in Vegas. But I typically try when I can. Here's brushes that I like to get. I like to get brushes that have the plastic handle. This is wooden, so sometimes it'll, like, over time it'll start to erode, especially because I had a bad habit of leaving them in the water overnight. I've been trying to do better about that. And pro tip, never leave your tiny brushes in water. Like, as soon as you're done with it, rinse it and then dry it. Do not leave your tiny brushes in water, because the weight of this will press down on the brush while it's in water, and it's just going to curve, and it sucks. And you'll have to go through more of them more often. But the kind of brushes I try and get when I'm able to, yeah, definitely keep that in mind. I know once I realized that that's why my brushes kept curving, I had to be really careful about leaving them in water the whole time. But I like these plastic ones because, you know, they don't erode, and then they have this part. So even if I do leave it in water, this part isn't coming off. I had one of these just completely chip off at some point. But I like these. They last longer as long as I make sure to take care of this. But I'm still very bad at taking care of my brushes, I'll be completely honest. I'm still... this is the one. See? I left it in water for like a couple days and it just completely destroyed it. It's still usable, but... Aw. I'm glad. I'm having fun painting here with you. Weenie Cuddles. I love your name. Oh, I know who you are. Hi. Let's see. I'm having fun painting with you guys. I hope, you know, it would be cool. The hope is that I can get you guys to also paint with me, especially when I do the healing art projects. So for the next project, I want to stream this project this Tuesday. So the day after tomorrow, I'm thinking about 3 p.m. And that's when I'm going to do making OCs. So if you want to pop in at 3 p.m. So I can teach you how to make your OC and the benefits of having your own OC. OC is original character. I'm sure most people know that, but I don't want to assume. I'll teach you the benefits of it. But like the hope is that you'll join me too and tell me how it's going as we're painting. Well, it won't be painting. It'll mostly be drawing, mostly sketching. We might paint it. You do have one. Aw. I'd love to hear about your OC. Mine is Melbug. She's actually my profile picture. And I was talking earlier, I don't know if you're here for it, but like I use her for a lot of different stuff. For cope, when I'm sad, I draw her and I just draw how sad. Yes. Yes. I when I was in the hospital for a second, I would draw her in the hospital with me. Well, not with me. I draw her as me in the hospital, and it helped me cope. It was really nice having her there with me. It's like having my best friend with me at all times. I forgot that part. Melbug is life. Thank you. I'm hoping to get Melbug more prominent in my online presence. I've been working on an animation. Melbug is my substitute. We'll try and get you an OC though, but you can use Melbug until then. I've been working on an animation. I finished an animation of Melbug. It was easier because I didn't have to think so much about it. It was done to the song Candy Girl by Parov Stellar. And it works with the names of ballet. Mine is a robot. Oh, that's right, T1. You have your T1 is the OC. I remember. Well, if you guys have anyone who you think would benefit or just have fun, or if you're not, like, I know both of you have mentioned to me that you're still kind of new to drawing. I'll help you at least, like, part of it will be how to make poses with your OCs. Phelan, they are a fairy from another universe. Ooh, that sounds pretty. It's very pretty. Fairies are wonderful. I used to have a friend who was really into fairies. Very beautiful. So I know a lot of times people don't always know how to pose their OCs to express what they're trying to say. Phalian. Oh, okay. That's cool. I like that. But, like, I know some people will have a hard time posing their OCs. But I'm going to give you, if you don't already know, it's a stick figure method. And we'll work with that. It kind of helps map out how you want your OC to move around and look and to express what it is you're trying to convey or feel or tell yourself. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually pretty easy. When I was in the hospital, I was drawing a lot, and one of the technicians, this was in 2020, this was actually in 2020, one of the technicians was saying that since it was quarantine time, she'd been trying to teach herself how to draw. Most people had been trying to teach themselves different things, and she chose drawing. So I taught her how to make her own OC. It was a little bear version of herself, like a little teddy bear version of herself, Jojo Bear. And I taught her the stick figure method, which is basically you plan out your character with just a stick figure. I'll go more into it, but you'll make the stick figure in a pose that you want it to look like. And then you draw all the features around it of your OC. That's how it's looking. I didn't realize it was so turned. Um, let's see. Do I want this to be like bright red? This is a book. So this image, the inspiration came from an image I saw on Pinterest of a lady in a big flowy dress holding a book. So I decided to kind of work with that. And then I thought it was too boring. So I gave her the butterfly wings. I gave her pink hair because I love pink hair. And this is actually her loved one who was passed. The line the title I've been using for this is "When you miss me, I will be there." So he's just kind of constantly there with her. So she's not afraid. She's got a very serene, like, yes, this is okay. She's in mourning and she thinks of him. And what she doesn't know is that he's there with her, loving her. So that's her story. And I really like it. Let's see. I'm kind of almost done. I just have this chair left. Let's see. Oh, these eyes. Okay. Let's see. What color do I want to make the cushion? Normally I would make it red, but her dress is already red. Do you have a suggestion on what color to make the cushion? I think I want to make this part like a dark brown wood. So I'll start with that, but if you have any suggestions for what to color the back of the seat, please let me know, because I am at a loss right now. Whew. I can't wait to peel back the tape and see what it looks like. I started seeing people using the tape method in their paintings, and I just love how it looks, how clean and neat it looks. So I wanted to try that. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. The seat, yeah. So this is the seat that she's sitting in. Back here is a cushion. The cushion of the seat. And I have no idea what color to make it. Because in my digital drawing, I made her dress kind of a dark grayish pink. So I was able to make the seat red. But her dress is already red, and I don't want to put bright red maybe, because I think that might be just too much red in general. Maybe pink. I think pink would be good. I was actually kind of considering pink, but I wasn't sure. But I think pink would look good. Oh no, I got paint on my wrist. All right. And what I like about the seat too is something that you'll see in a bit after I finish. Well, I'll probably paint it before the cushion. But these little things, usually where there's buttons in the seat, I made them eyeballs. I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of just a nod to Labyrinth for me. Turquoise would be good too. Like this color? Turquoise would be probably cool. That would be a pop of color that, yeah. Because her hair's already pink. I don't want it to blend into the seat. Turquoise might be cool. Alright. Let's see. Now let's get these eyes. I'll probably make the eyes pink. No. I want turquoise eyes and a pink cushion. That's what I decided. All of my paints are stuck in the bottle. They won't have a hard time coming out. All right. So we're gonna do these. These came out a lot neater in my digital drawing. So hopefully I can I can get them to do what I want them to do. I'm gonna let those dry, and then I'm gonna work on the pink cushion, but I'm gonna choose a different color paint. Blush pink. No, where's my vintage pink? Oops. Vintage tea rose pink. It's kind of like a dusty rose pink, which is my favorite shade of pink. So, my favorite color is dusty rose pink. When it comes to like any of those games or pieces, plastic that involve plastic pieces, and there's a pink one, I will usually choose the pink one because I do love pink, but I will usually hate the shade of pink that they choose because it's always like some bright ass pink. I don't like bright pink. Nothing against people who do. I just don't. I love the vintage look of dusty rose. It reminds me of tea parties, and it reminds me of those really pretty pink and call it, prom dresses from the 50s. So there's I've seen it used in a couple of movies that involve like 50s proms, and it's also been used in my favorite Melanie Martinez music video, Pity Party. She wears this like this cute pink dress. It looks like a 50s prom dress, but she's wearing it for her birthday party. And it's like my dream to own a dress that looks like that. And I've seen them at the Glam Factory. There's this vintage store downtown called the Glam Factory. They sell vintage clothes, and they're actually tagged with the year that they were popular in or made or whatever. I don't know. So you'll see some that say 1965 or 1943 or whatever. Some of them will be more vague and just be like dressed from the 1940s, but it'll say it on the tag. And I've seen the pink 50s prom dresses. They're like 1953, 1955. And they're poofy. And they're like lacy. They're lacy and they've got tulle. And I'm like, and they're always this color of pink. And I just always want one. But 2 problems. It is so hard to find any vintage clothes that are plus size. Unless they were like specifically made at like the newer ones, more modern made for like rockabilly stores. But like if you're going to a place that's like, these are all legit clothes from the yesteryear, it feels impossible, and it's just frustrating. And I've asked, and it's interesting because like the ladies who run the store are or the lady who runs the store, she is plus size from what I can tell, but I guess they bulk buy them. They buy the clothes in bulk. And so it just happens that they're not getting them in any other size. Like, those are just the sizes that happen to be available, which sucks. It makes me sad. Because they got such cute clothes. I'm like, oh, I want to buy these. And then there's the other problem is that it's just hella expensive. Like, they'll be like $50 and for like a shirt or a dress. And I'm like, I don't have that kind of money. If I'm buying vintage, I'm buying at a charity thrift shop. Lately, I've been going to Goodwill. When I do shop, I haven't had money to shop with lately, to be honest. But when I do, I usually go to Goodwill or Savers because it's closer. But let's be real, like the charity shops are the ones where the religious charity shops, they have the best stuff. The little ones, oh my gosh. So I'm almost done. Let's see, we're gonna make some shadow. Just gonna... Yeah. And then I'm going to do that. Once I finish the eyes on the seat, then I should be done. And now I get to do the big reveal. I'm excited. It's gonna look neat. I'm excited. I'm actually really liking where this is going. Except I accidentally painted over her shoulder. There you go. And then a little seat cushion part. Need my itty bitty handy dandy detail brush that I had somewhere. Oh, check this out. My husband Alex got me this easel for Christmas a couple years ago, and I love it. It's got drawers. And it's one of my favorite things that I own. Almost done. I should probably actually outline the seat too. So that it's neater. There are the eyeballs. Just gotta get a little glare. And let me outline this because I don't like how it just fades into the green. So yeah, now that I'm almost done, just kind of want to ask you, if possible, like I said, I'm not gonna pressure you into buying anything off my Etsy. But if you want to look at it and maybe send the store to someone you think might like it, the Etsy shop is called Gifts by Melbug, GIFTS BY Melbug. There's also my Instagram. I'm gonna actually be making stickers. I just ordered sticker paper, so I'm gonna be making my digital art into stickers, because every time I try to order stickers online of my art, there's a lot of money. I don't want to be doing that, and I'd like to be able to sell it online for cheaper than what I would have to charge if I ordered them online. Okay. Almost done. There's like little parts that I realized need some help. Okay. I think that's where I'm gonna stay. Feel like, yeah. You ready? You ready to take it off? Take it all off. Yeah, let's take off the tape. It's so satisfying. It's so pretty. And it's done. Da, 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 da. I'm really proud of it. Yeah. All right. So that's the end of my stream. Really? Thank you. It actually did turn out pretty good, huh? I was scared it was gonna suck. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Again, I do plan on being here at 3 p.m. this Tuesday to teach how to design and how to pose your OCs. I will make an alarm so I don't forget. But it was nice. It was nice interacting with you. I'm so glad you guys got to come and see me stream. You guys are awesome. You guys have a good night or a good day wherever you are. Goodbye, guys. Love you.